Maisha ni ya ghetto, msaliti ni petro, sharia mnakuwa mzunguka na hao mrazi mfano kwa kabila ndio kwao. Akonshafika kweli na hakika, kadiri ninashika furaha kwa lahiki kwenda kwa mashabiki, baji kuziki beef na fiki beat na dhiki muda mna wiki mimi na himziki split ni mukiki kutafuta ziki kwa makini mfulisi salojima la sili.
You know, I'm probably getting a lot of pro-black folks upset. Really upset. Because in their eyes, I am becoming a defender of white people. White people don't need me to defend them. They have large business offices that contain lawyers. In fact, they make the law around here. In fact, if they really wanted to shut your mouth, they could, if they really wanted to. So you should thank them for the right of freedom of speech. They don't need my help to do nothing. But see, the problem is, you are brainwashed into this tunnel vision that is a reverse version of white supremacy. The only thing that you have done is you want to replace the white oppressor and put yourself in his place. And I do not represent racial superiority of nobody. So many of you have come to this channel because I have to speak what is true. So if white folks done it, then I got to say it. I didn't make it up. Your history, you done it. Not Brother Taalik. These things happened way before I came into existence. So what you angry at me for? Those are your behaviors, not mine. I didn't do it. I didn't say it. You done it. So what the hell you gonna get angry at me for? So many pro-black folks come to this channel. Here, tell them, brother, tell them, brother. But it's our turn. Because we ain't goody, we're not righteous and holy and goody two shoes. We have to accept responsibility. We have to make proper choices. If we, you know, you have to accept your own also. It's as simple as that. One of the things that have been taught in some of these fairy tale fictional pro-black teachings is that they claim and they say that the white man is naturally evil. Now, back in the day when I was a child, when I was immature, I didn't know no better. I did not think for myself. I did not question because I didn't like white people, and anybody that said something bad about white people, I was happy to accept what they had to talk about. Just like y'all do. Because you're upset. And you've been taught or conditioned to have this hatred for Caucasian people. But see, I represent justice and being fair. And I'm going to be fair to all no matter what race they are. And if you are a fair and just person, you claim that's what your God represents. And what you represent, you so peaceful and you represent what is fair and what is good, then give everybody justice. Even a murderer is supposed to be given a fair trial. And he's supposed to be given justice no matter what we say. We must prove our allegations that he committed a murder. So if the white man is naturally evil, he is naturally wicked, The key word is natural. Then let us see. It is natural for us to breathe air. All of us. Any human being that refuses to use his lungs to breathe in this atmosphere will die. It is natural to all of us. It is natural for us to have hair on our bodies. In some cases, some of us don't have any hair. That's unnatural. Natural is that which is common to all, a common trait. So when you say that the white man is the devil and he is naturally evil, that's a common trait. Over 90-some% should practice and behave in that manner. So that's what I'm going to try to answer. Is the white man naturally evil and wicked? Let us see. It is natural for dogs to smell each other's butts. That's how they communicate. It is natural for snakes to try to find warm places because snakes are cold-blooded. They need heat, an outside heat source to warm them up. That's natural. If you look at the animals, that's natural to all of them. You don't see something outside of that. That's what's natural. So if the white man is naturally evil and wicked, then if you know your history, then you tell me why a certain group of them, if it is natural, matter of fact, a big percentage of them did not participate in the slave trade. Now, white people were behind, in America, the commercial slave trade. But if you know your history, you claim that you know your history, then you can't say it's natural and all, because all did not participate. If I'm wrong, prove it, bring it to me. I want you to prove that all. Because even in America, there was a group of Caucasian people called abolitionists. And y'all never want to bring this up because to bring it up messes up your damn life. There was a group of Caucasian people in America calling themselves abolitionists. One of the number one figures of the abolitionist movement during the Civil War, prior to the Civil War. Matter of fact, he was almost the cause of it, was the abolitionist called John Brown. And he and his family, which were also white, and they were Christians. I'm going to say that again. They were white Christians. John Brown said that his Bible said that slavery was wrong. Because John Brown, listen to me, white people, John Brown was able to think outside of the leadership of America. That's something y'all don't want to do. How can you have the nerve to say he's naturally evil? If he was naturally evil, how come he's going outside of his wickedness or whatever? Then look at Caucasian history. Study it. It's on the History Channel. It's on the Discovery Channel. It's everywhere. Read your books. Bring your proof to me. Make me out a liar. I don't mind being made out a liar. I'll be happy to apologize to your ass. But from what I see and from what I learned, I can't say all white people are evil. I cannot say that they are naturally wicked. They have done nothing no more wicked than our people when they were killing each other, being conquerors. And they still, our people in Africa, a lot of them, they still hurt and kill black people today. You explain that to me. Ain't no white folks around. Even before European colonization, these blacks was killing each other and going to war with one another. These Native Americans was doing the same thing. The Chinese was doing the same thing. There wasn't no white people. So where does this natural evil stuff come from? These pro-black teachings came from, and they were designed to counter these white supremacist teachings, to give black people high self-esteem because white supremacy made us inferior and gave us low self-esteem. We're doing the same thing that the evil, wicked people are doing. So how are you any way better? The only thing we have done is flip the script. So now you want to make them feel bad. Oh, you came out of a cave. You evil and you wicked. And you was a beast walking on your all fours. You just want to flip the script and do the same thing. You should not want to do the same thing. We should be here to be fair and we should be just. Otherwise, we're going to get the same results they have. Do you want the same type of results that they are facing today? I don't want it. It's unnecessary problem, and on top of that, it's all a damn lie. Telling lies to make yourself feel better. Degrading somebody, just like they did, degrade us so they can make themselves feel better. And some of y'all do that in your own personal life.
Okay. Peace forever and always. Welcome to another edition of what I call the Realities Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. I am that mighty one, Angel Snubnub up 7. And to be quite honest, I should be resting. I should be trying to get a nap. I have a long week ahead of me. But I just cannot go to sleep. So maybe if I do this last video, perhaps I would get fatigued enough where at least I can get a nice little nap. The topic that I've chosen for these next few minutes is a topic that has been dealt with over and over and over again in this so-called black conscious community. And I want to try to separate fiction from what is factual. We want to talk about, is the white man the devil? Is racism natural? Is it natural for Caucasian pink people to be wicked and devils and all this type of thing? Or is this a learned behavior? Fact versus fiction. Now, I would tell you quite plainly and clear, whenever somebody does evil, whenever somebody does us wrong, we could easily call them a devil. There are many people who have tried to, well, not tried, have caused me great harm. I could call them devils easily. So it is no shock that you could call Caucasian people devils because they have a history of extreme wicked, destructive behavior towards dark-skinned people. I'm not going to tell you not to call somebody who has acted in this type of manner. I'm not going to tell you not to call them devils. However, when we begin to cross a line to say that that is natural behavior for this particular group of persons, then that's questionable. We need to separate facts from fiction because questions arise. And we don't want to or don't care anything about the questions. Like I could easily call people that have harmed me devils, and that's their nature. To say that something is their nature means it is the very fiber of their being. You could even say it's part of their DNA. A dog's nature. Dogs bark. Dogs eat their own poop. Dogs pee on trees. That's what dogs do. That's their nature. And when you study dogs, that's what you see in them no matter what. You can put dogs with goats. Dogs still do what dogs do. You can put dogs with cows. Dogs would do what dogs do because they're nature. So my question is, if evil, if wickedness truly is the nature of Caucasian people, then explain these things to me very quickly. Maybe I don't understand. I'm looking into something in the wrong manner. I want to use this as an example. My childhood. During my childhood, because I was too black for the black people, and because I chose education, I chose seeking knowledge, more beneficial than trying to smoke cigarettes, sneak around, and get a drink of alcohol. I chose learning over that type of foolishness. And I guess I was too ugly for some people, whatever the reason was. I was too poor. I didn't have the right brand shoes on, or whatever the reason was. I was an outcast. I was ostracized. So my friends, the majority of my friends were Caucasian people. My friends was the misfits, the ostracized people. Matter of fact, the Caucasian people that I basically hung around with was ostracized from other Caucasian people. They were not wanted. And as a child, I got along with my Caucasian pink friends. There was no problem. Never. They accepted me with my poor raggedy clothes, my nerdism, or whatever it was. They accepted me just the way I was, and I accepted them just the way they were. I never was called nigger or blackie. I was called nigger and blackie and crispy and all kinds of stuff by other black folks, but never by the devil children. Why is that? If it's their nature, why did they accept me as their friend? If it was their nature, why they never called me nigger and crispy and all the names y'all call coons and Sambo, the name that black folks call me till this day, but my white or Caucasian friends, pink friends or whatever, didn't do that. The only reason why I didn't stay friends with my friends was because I was introduced to the teachings of Elijah Muhammad, and the history of what Caucasian people had done and was doing got me angry and upset, and I took it out on them. They did not do nothing to me. So see, that was the influence of the mind. Somebody had taught me something, and that influenced me to look at them in a whole different manner. Now, you have Caucasian people who grow up around dark-skinned people. I am very sure that the children of Michael Jackson, who are Caucasian, they are not black. They have nothing to do with Michael Jackson's DNA. You can tell these children are Caucasian children. Well, you know, the two oldest children. Blanket, I don't know, he might be some type of other non-pink Caucasian person. But those first two, those are Caucasian children. They have never lived and been around Caucasian people except black folks with the European mindset. But other than that, they've been raised and always been around. Michael Jackson was black. Janet is black. His mama, they have been around so-called black folks. But if it was their nature, why would they accept this? It would seem as though they would have a problem being around these darkies. But clearly they don't. I've been around Caucasian people who have grown up around black folks in the hood. If you didn't know no better and you did not see them, they sound just like any other black person in the hood. You know this. Why, if it's their nature, how come that devil nature isn't coming out? See, We must separate fact from fiction. If deviltry, wickedness, and evil and all this is the nature of the Caucasian people, and I'm not making excuses, because what has been done, and it was perpetrated by them. But if it's their nature, then why aren't all of them doing that? All dogs do what dogs do. It's their nature. And if this was true about Caucasian people, no matter what situation, no matter where they're at, you should see this in their nature, and you don't. You will see a lot of wickedness and evil coming from your own people in a lot of cases before them. The racist mindset has to be a learned or taught behavior. The forefathers, the leadership, those Caucasian people in charge, indoctrinated, just like they made them Christians, just like they make them Republicans and Democrats. They were indoctrinated with this idea that they are the superior race. They was taught this. It's a learned behavior. It was taught. And then you create systems for the races. This racist learned behavior, this teaching, that what makes you a racist when they teach you that because of your skin color, you're superior. But now you have to put the races, put them in an environment to verify that what is being learned and taught is true. So you set up systems in education, economics, entertainment, religion, and color everything the color of the people of whom are supreme. And we still live that way right now. Caucasian people will even tell you racism, it still exists. It's still a problem. The reason why racism still exists and it's a problem is because it's still taught. It's still a learned behavior. But nobody, the Caucasian people, want to sit back and act like it ain't me. Somebody is doing, somebody is still teaching. The systems of racism are still in effect. When you look at the government, it's all Caucasian. When you look at that TV, basically it's all Caucasian. Entertainment, the standard of beauty is still Caucasian pink people. So this learned behavior, this taught behavior that has gone for generations and generations, it can never die because the systems are still intact and you don't want to tear them down. You don't want to tear them down because actually the reality is because they really enjoy being supreme and dominant. Let's just be real. But it's not a natural behavior. It's taught and is learned. Just like a lot of aristocrats, a lot of wealthy people teach their children, this is how you act and this is how you should think because I'm rich. And unfortunately, when you're poor and you have accepted that you're never going to be nothing in life, there's a certain behavior, there's a certain teaching that you teach your children because you know they're never going to be nothing. And we hand these taught behaviors, we pass them down from generation to generation because it's not natural for you to submit to poverty. It's not natural for you to believe that you're better than another human being that's sick because you're not. And when death comes, death shows all of us how better we are than another person. You will be better. Yeah, you will be better for a certain period of time, and you're going to have to call it a day. History. You get a little bit of history. Now, there are Asian people in this country. We are not taught Asian history at all. A little taste of so-called black history, but the majority of it is Caucasian history. So, the systems support the racist idea that was indoctrinated, taught and learned, and placed that made a person racist. It is not natural. These are learned and taught behaviors. Because if it was natural, listen, if it was natural, you would not have to teach. But it has to be taught. It has to be learned. It has to be passed down from generation to generation. So if a Caucasian person is raised up in China or raised up among Indians, you don't see that in them because they were not taught that. It's not natural for a human being to think that sick kind of way. That's mental disorder. But it was done so the masses of the people would support the activities of the leadership who have decided we are going to pillage and plunder so that we can become rich and dominate everybody. If I'm incorrect, if I'm off base, please let me know.
The little white lie. The little white lie. That's something that people say, that the little white lie is a small lie, and usually we use the little white lie in order so that we can avoid hurting people's feelings. The little white lie. Well, on this video I want to talk about white people. I want to talk about white folks. And I am not concerned with the little white lie. So after I say what I believe needs to be said, if you want to unsubscribe, or you want to bring your little infantile, immature, wacky comments to this video, knock yourself out. I will always say that all response videos are welcome. But I'm not going to sit here and tell a little white lie. I'm not about telling lies. Lies hurt. Lies hurt. But you want to know something? When it's all said and done, it's better that you be lied to, not lied to, I'm sorry. It's better that you've been being told the truth rather than told a lie. Because even though that lie hurts, I'm all mixed up. Even though the truth may hurt rather than that lie, it's better that you go through that hurt than go with this lie, because the lie is false. In the end, it won't be in your best interest. So it won't be in my best interest if I have something to say about white people and I keep it locked in, or it's something that's hidden. I'm not going to hide nothing from you. Whatever I think, like I said before in a video, this is my personal opinion. You can change my mind, because I could be wrong. But I'm going to bring this to you and bring this message to you, what I want to say to the best of my ability, and then we can talk about it. Not as children, not bickering back and forth. Oh, why didn't that, all that old kindergarten stuff. You can talk to me like the civil quarter and mature adult person that you really are. Now, here we go. I want to make this example. I'm a male from a specific family. In my family, the males that surrounded me when I was growing up, they were whoremongers. They were drunkards. They were content in being sharecroppers or factory workers, which there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, you're making a living. Now, the males in my family, they went to jail, but they were not criminals. They usually went to jail in relation to their whoremongering. Women called the police on them, or because they were drunk out in the streets, disturbing the peace and minor infractions such as that. I'm from that family. If you know me, you know I'm from that family. You can say, well, Taalik, your uncle is a drunkard and your father was a drunkard and they whoremongering. I come from out of that maleness. Those are my relatives. But that don't make me them. That don't make me them. I'm not a whoremonger, never have. The thought I don't even entertain the thought. I don't like liquor, I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't do none of those things. I'm totally opposite of them. So, what are you trying to get at, brother? Now we're going to bring this to the question. Is the white race a race of devils? According to the history of the white race themselves, they're scholars. What have they done in their history? How did they come into power? Did they come into power through love? No, they did not. They came to power through murder, through rape, through the destruction of this planet and its animals. Even to the point where the black Muslim said that the white man is a race of devils. What is a devil? Matter of fact, who taught us about devil? The white man is the one who taught us about devil. Prior to that, there was no black people calling the white man the devil until the white man conquered the blacks and gave them the Bible and taught them that there's a God and then there's this devil person, regardless to whether it was the Bible or Quran. And if you really knew the Bible and Quran, you'll find out that the Caucasian race is the authors or behind both of those books. That's why they sound so similar. That's why they almost sound the same. But anyway, what is a devil? A devil is simple. The devil is pure evil. One, the master of treachery, deceit. A devil is whose wickedness affects more than themselves and others. Why is the white man called the devil? Because he has touched not only his race, but other races. There is no animal on this planet that has had peace with the white man on it. He messes with the microbes. He has disturbed this planet. So now you have global warming. And other countries are copying him. He's the one that started all this cooking of fossil fuels found in oil. It made him rich. All his inventions, his cars and his airplanes, affect the environment. The TV, all these things, everything that the Caucasian people have touched, no matter the science, you get when you get that computer got poisons in it that will affect the earth, your water, your air. These cars that you drive affect your environment. It is death and destruction. So a devil is simply when one's evil goes outside of himself. And in fact, he is trying to take his way of doing things into the universe, even beyond this planet itself. So yes, black people have killed, Chinese people have killed, all races of men do evil and wicked things. But no one's evil, according to the white man's or Caucasian people's own history that they wrote, have affected this planet. When the Native American people used to kill animals, they felt sad and there was rituals and they used every part of that animal. When Caucasian people come into power, they kill and raise millions of cows and sheep and chickens. Waste I don't know how much. Kill them. They die in these slaughterhouses in fear. There is no remorse. There is no feelings for them. It's about money. It's about greed. That's what makes you a devil. You murder for lust and material wealth. So the Bible that you wrote goes to say, and Jesus asked the Jew, are you all of your father the devil? So the question goes, that since the white race has proven itself to be a race of devils, but for those Caucasian people out there who said that they are good, you should not take offense because your race, just like I don't take offense that I come from a family of men who were whoremongers and alcoholics, because that's what they were, but I'm not them. So you can talk about them, I don't care. That's not me. So if somebody says that the Caucasians are a race of devils, why are you affected? Why do they make you angry and upset? Because that's the history. That's proven. That's actual fact. That's what they are. Are you like your father? Are you a devil too? Maybe that's why you're so damn upset. Because you wouldn't be. Matter of fact, I know there's a lot of Caucasian people. Don't trip off of that. Because I'm not that. I'm not like them. And my actions prove I'm not like them. I'm nothing like my father, the devil. And I'm not a devil. So why are you getting so upset that somebody called the white man the devil? So what? And why are you so babyish when black folks have been called niggas and coons and shines? We took it like a man. If somebody called you a devil, take it like a man, chump. What's the big deal? What's the big deal? I am very proud to have white friends because they are not of their father, the devil.
Oh, Lord. I don't understand things. And some of y'all probably say, yup, you're damn skippy. You don't understand things, Negro. Okay, you got me on that one. I set myself up. Now, many of you have heard of Charles Manson. The Manson murders. And, of course, the murder that he was involved, or he caused or gave the orders to murder the director and his pregnant wife, Sharon Tate, in the 60s. And Charles Manson is sitting behind bars for life. There's no doubt about it. No matter how many times he goes up for parole, chances are he will be denied because of his involvement in those horrific murders. Now, wouldn't it be very, very funny that the family of Sharon Tate, after Charles Manson, now let's just say, for instance, Charles Manson claimed that he's a changed man and he's accepted Jesus Christ or whatever God of his desire, and he's a changed man and he's doing wonderful things, so it may seem, in prison and all those type of activities. And wouldn't you find it shocking that family members of Sharon Tate, even though he's a changed man, and you know we do have forgiveness in our heart, but at the same time, would it be a mind-boggling thing for you to hear when he is attacked by people saying that, I think he's a liar, he's a murderer, he's a killer, that Sharon Tate's family would go all out and say, stop, don't mess with Charles Manson. Leave him alone, he's a changed man. He killed our auntie, he killed our mother, or whoever, however Sharon Tate was related to the family members. You will see them fighting and giving their all in defense of Charles Manson. You don't see those things, do you? In a sane world,
But you see, we live in a insane world. So you have black people, even though this Caucasian people, the children of Caucasian people, of whom were the offspring of those who enslaved black people, even though they claim they are not like their fathers, you have black people, even after this horror that their ancestors suffered, jump very quickly when somebody decides to seem like they attack white folks. Why is this? You tell me, because it's mind-boggling to me. If Sharon Tate's family would not step up to the plate to defend Charles Manson, regardless to whether he changed or not, why would black people, of whom know that their ancestors suffered for over 300 years in this nation, why would you jump? First of all, white people don't need your damn protection, Negroes. They have plenty of lawyers. They have the courts. They have television. They can adequately defend themselves without your Negro help. But see, you claim to be free, black man and woman in America. Y'all African Americans or whatever the hell you want to call yourself today because you want to call yourself something else tomorrow. Y'all sick in the mind and still carry the slave mentality even though you claim that you're free. Why would you want to jump to the defense of people or the children of the people that destroyed your ancestors? And we don't even have to go back 400 years. We can go back just a few years. The 60s was just around the corner, the 70s. And even today, if you really look at it, those young boys, I forgot where they were at, the Gen of 6, high profile, but what about all the discriminatory things they do against us that's not high profile? I'm an example of not high profile. They locked me up for no reason. Basically because of the color of my skin. That's the reason why I was locked up. Because I seen other Caucasian people in the same courtroom. Let me tell y'all something. I was in the same courtroom. There were Caucasian men facing 15, 30 years. Repeat offenders. Getting 5 years probation. They were facing 15 to 30 years. I'm going to say it again. They were facing 15 to 30 years. They only got probation. 2 to 5 years probation, facing 15 to 30 years, repeat offenders. The judge even knew them from juvenile. But here I am, first case offender. Mitigating circumstance. And I was thrown in a mental institution for 10 years. And if it was not for my own tenacity, I'd still be there. I was not given a choice of no probation or leniency. Nothing. And here you are. You got the nerve to defend these people. These are the children. They ain't no damn better. When your ass get caught up in the justice system or the mental health system, you'll find out how true it really is. Some of y'all have faced discrimination in housing and jobs, but that don't mean nothing. Wait till your ass get locked up. Till you face death. Because that's what I was facing day in and day out. Death. And you want to defend those who hung your grandmothers. Well, they didn't do it. See, that was a long time ago. They didn't hang. Now, but you're going to defend the ones. You're going to defend the children. And they're not doing no better. You're 13% of the population, black man and woman. Wear your face on TV, 13%. Wear your face in government, 13%. Wear your face in law, 13%. These children, those who are in power, are no different from their fathers, and that's who you are defending. The Caucasian people that were not part of that, they don't need no damn defense. You defending the wicked because you think they changed and they have not. And you're a slave because that's the same thing that the slave did. He defended his master at all costs, just like an old raggedy dog. If you attack the master, old raggedy dog will jump up. Same slave mentality. They don't need your defense. They got the Army and the Navy and the Marines. What do you need to defend them for? But that shows you how sick in your mind. And they have tricked you. How the hell can they say they changed? If they changed, then what you got? What you got then? Everything you got, you had to go out there work and slave and earn. They ain't give you no opportunities. You got people fresh off these boats that got more opportunity than you do. And you don't hear them defending these people because they come here and make a way so they can enhance where they come from. You don't have no allegiance to yourself. You don't have no love for your ancestors and what they went through. You don't want to build nothing for yourself. You ain't nothing and have became a dog for somebody who don't love you at all. You want to jump their fin. Why y'all feel like y'all got to defend somebody and you won't defend yourself? Everything that you see in black people is always negative, but you always got to defend those people who do you harm. Y'all sick as hell and don't even realize it. And then you wonder why somebody call you Uncle Tom.
Excuse me, my eye's been hurting me lately, so please don't mind the shade. Plus, it gives me that Stevie Wonder look. Oh, I'm gonna continue my little laugh, cause really this video is the subject is very funny to me. I got to laugh. Because we actually fall for the crap when these people bring it to us. What is it that they bring? This thing called reverse racism. What the hell is reverse racism?
Well, you see, fella, it's when us white guys are discriminated against because you guys are given a privilege over us, and oh man, that's a joke. That's a joke.
Okay, reverse racism. Let us first talk about normal racism. Just the average racism, okay? Let's talk about that. Okay. First of all, in order to have racism, you have to have one race dominant over another. Okay, and in this case, it was Caucasian people dominant over those who call themselves black. During this racism, what happened to the black folks? We were lynched, we were enslaved, we were castrated, our mothers and sisters and aunties were raped, we were denied equal opportunity in education, in government, had to fight for civil rights, we were beaten by the police, jailed, we were sprayed with fire hoses, bit by dogs, we were denied the right to vote, etc., etc., etc. That's racism. Okay. Now, let's talk about reverse racism. All right. So you say it's reverse racism because affirmative action allows a black person to have this privilege to go to a certain school or given a certain opportunity to have a job. That's reversed, and you were denied that right. Now, first of all, if you were denied that right, it wasn't black people that did it to you, dumbass. It was your lawmakers, your senators, your congressmen, your white president that done this. So I don't know what you blaming black folks for. We can't do nothing because we're not the dominant. We don't have no dominant power. So what the hell you angry at black folks for? We didn't do it. Then, prior to affirmative action, prior to these scraps, give the Negroes some scraps so they shut the hell up programs. Prior to that, you was given all the opportunities anyway. Because if it wasn't for you being so damn greedy, and if you would share just a little bit with your ex-slave, there would be no need for no affirmative action and reverse discrimination. There's no such thing as reverse discrimination because black people don't control nothing for anything to be reversed. That's stupid. You want somebody to fall for that garbage. There ain't no such thing as reverse discrimination. Because black people don't have no power and we're not dominant enough to do anything. Your people made the law. White folks is the one who voted and brought into existence affirmative action and all these other programs that you believe that if for some reason black folks have some kind of privilege. What privilege do black people get? We get the privilege of paying taxes and getting nothing. We have to earn and scrape everything that we get. And you get angry because we get a few scraps. All the taxes that black people in this country make or pay. Y'all sick. You don't want black folks to have nothing. Then you want to get upset when black people stand up and talk about we want to leave. Who want to leave? Who wouldn't want to leave a place that abused you? But see, also you know that the Negroes are just like the abused woman. They don't mind. They are afraid. They can't make it on their own without you. Like most women stay with that man because they don't believe they can make it without him. So they continue to bear his abuse and his degradation. We as a people have become content. And then just because you gave Jay-Z a good job, just because P. Diddy got a good job, Kobe Bryant and Shaq, they got good jobs, we're supposed to be satisfied. There's 60 to 70 million black people in this country. They don't make no kind, they don't have the opportunity Shaq had. Even though they might play basketball. They don't have the opportunity that Beyonce or Jay-Z. It's 60 to 70 million. What you gonna do with those? And then they take advantage of affirmative action to try to get a little something and your ass don't want that. Reverse racism. How many black people hung y'all ass? How many black people raped your great-grandmamas and sick dogs on you and made a slave out of your ass? And how many black people was dominant over you? Don't bring that. You must think you're talking to a fool. And the average black person that you probably talk to probably are in that category of being a fool. Because they don't want to offend you. I don't give a damn about offending your ass. You ain't did nothing to deserve not to be offended. You ain't did a damn thing for us. Reverse racism, reverse discrimination. Y'all the sick as that greedy, vile ass people. You lucky black people in this country are mentally dead. Because if they was awake, ain't no way in hell they would continue to take this abuse from your raggedy ass. And you hope they don't listen to my voice or those like mine. But you want to know something? Whether you like it or not, and all them stupid Negroes that's content with getting scraps from the white man's table, whether you like it or not, our children are not going to continue this sad way of life. They deserve better. Our ancestors have put us in a position where we should be doing better. They have died for this country in the Army, in the Navy, in the Marines, and still die today. We pay our taxes. But you won't give us what we earn. And then you want somebody to complain. England didn't give the colonists what they deserved, so the colonists had to go to war. And now you got a condition that's even worse, because there are Caucasian people, white people in this nation, who are also getting fed up because they are getting exploited because they are poor. They're getting leached out because they're middle class. It's the middle class who y'all are pimping. And the Caucasian people understand that. That's why they're getting their guns. They understand that government is corrupt. And religion is used to keep the people pacified so they won't fight. But those days are numbered. The greatest fight ever known to this nation is getting ready to break out if you don't change your ways. And I don't think that you will. People getting tired of this craziness. Reverse discrimination. Get the hell out of here.